Hey YouTube, it's Team Rocket. Back from the locals where I said I was going to try out the Chaos Dragons. Basically what I wanted to do was see a weakness in the deck, or find a weakness, or maybe just get to see some of the plays and some of the hands that Chaos Dragons see, and try to predict their plays. If they make a certain choice, what does that mean? What else is in their hand? And try and get a feel for the deck. So I'll go over the deck list with you real quick. This isn't my deck list. I basically just net decked it. I want a run-of-the-mill Chaos Dragon deck. Well, it's kind of redundant. They're all run-of-the-mill Chaos decks. But I'll show you what it was and how it worked, and I'll talk about my day a little bit at locals. So you have the 3 Light Pulsar, 2 Dark Flare, 2 Wyvern, 2 Red Eyes, 1 Dark Armed. So those are the dragons. There's 10 of them. 2 Tour Guide. I don't have a 3rd yet. And then the Sanguine. So there's that. The Light Sworn, just the 6. I didn't play JD, the JD version, just went with this regular Chaos Dragons, 2 Card Troopers, the Chaos Monsters, Effect Veilers, 3 of them, it's a good card. Gores, obviously. And then stupid, I only resolved this once, I'll talk about that a little bit more. Dark Hole, Reborn, Heavy, Allure, MST, Charge, 3 Recharge, and 2 Lance. So some of my thoughts on the deck. Firstly, I don't know if the deck really needs Future Fusion. You are never going to get to resolve it, so I guess you could bait out like a warning with it. But really what happens, it just becomes MST bait. If they find out you're playing dragons, they'll set an MST, and they're just going to get after this. There's not a whole lot you can do. So I would consider taking it out or siding it out maybe, unless you really need the speed. I don't know. It's obviously a great card, but it's an awful draw late, especially with only 10 dragons. You get to them pretty quick with the rest of your cards. So it obviously wins games and it's broke, but I don't know, kind of mixed feelings about it, I guess. These are awesome. Chaos Dragon players playing these is so ridiculous. People think they have you locked, with their like dark or bottomless or deep prison or soul taker. You just blah. No, we're not gonna do that today. So Lance is ridiculous. I would play a 3rd one if I was playing dragons. It's so good. Protects your plays. As far as my day and how it went, I basically could not be stopped in Swiss. The only game I lost was I got OTK'd by a Heretic player. Basically, I think I summoned a Card Trooper or set Ryko or did something where I was just trying to set up for my next turn. And it was game 1, I didn't know what he was playing, so I just kind of played it safe and just tried to mill some cards and stuff, and then got OTK'd. So that was my only loss in Swiss, which isn't really being stopped, it's just being unlucky, which happens. And then in the first round of the top, basically my opening hand was bad, and then I got shut down. My opening hand was this, let's see, and a Dark Flare, I think. So I was looking at this in my opening hand. I had like 3 Chaos Monsters, basically. Recharge, and charge. And my opponent goes Thunder King, and I just lost. Like, it was the worst hand ever, and then I got Thunder King, and he summoned a Thunder King. And I managed to get rid of the Thunder King. He like attacked into, I don't remember. Somehow I got rid of it, and then he just like reborn it back, and then I continued to lose. So that was bad, game 1. Game 2, my hand was a little bit better, but no, I won game 2 maybe. Maybe I won game 2. I ended up losing the round because another one of the games he just summoned Thunder King, sat on it for a turn or 2, then used it to exceed, and then reborned it back, and there's nothing I can do about it. Basically, this deck just loses to Thunder King. Oh yeah, so I had set a Ryko one of the games, and he had a Thunder King on the field. So he flipped Skill Drain, and attacks the Raikou with Thunder King. It's like, oh my god. So, my conclusion for the day is if you're playing against a dragon deck, side Thunder King, basically. You can get cute with the Soul Takers. You can make Light Pulsar miss its timing and all that cool stuff. But if you go with Thunder King, they're not going to get the Light Pulsar out on the field in the first place. So I think that would be the route that I would go siding. I think that Thunder King wrecks this deck. There's not a whole lot they can do about it. I mean, I was even siding in like Cyber Dragons and stuff, trying because I knew that Thunder King was going to be a problem, and I still got worked by it. So maybe Chaos Dragon players should be playing more beaters in this side. I don't know. Basically, I think that this is going to be your best card to side against them. I also sided Electric Virus in like a Dragon Mirror match, which is awesome. So if you're playing dragons against dragons, obviously Electric Virus is sweet. But play Thunder King against Chaos Dragons. Let me know how that goes. I can't think of anything else that I would rather side. I think this pretty much is a one card win against that deck. You know, a whole lot of back rows or anything. So once you successfully summon him, game over. Just be careful if you summon Thunder King. Don't attack into that Raikou without some protection. So that's it. There's my run on Chaos Dragons. The deck is very, very powerful and very good. But your two options, I think, are going to be to play the anti-meta cards like Thunder King, or you have to outpace the deck. And those are the only two ways I lost. I lost to a Thunder King, and I lost to an OTK. So those are your options, guys, if you want to beat Chaos Dragons. Play Thunder King, or OTK him. Race him to 8,000, because dragons have slow acceleration speeds. Unless they draw Future Fusion, then you lose anyway. But that's it. So see you guys next time.